Hey there, this is Andrew bringing you another Keyforge deck reveal and review. Another Dark Tidings deck. We'll see what we get. Oh, I thought I saw Shadows, but I saw Saurian. Cool. Can I get the Evil Twin? Ooh, Evil Twin of Vast Plosagore. Okay, nice. So this is going to be an Evil Twin deck. It has Saurian. I'm going to guess Star Alliance and Logos. Logos. Oh, and Unfathomable. Cool. Ooh, cool picture too. All right. So in Unfathomable, I'm hoping for a lot of disruption against the opponent. A lot of ways to gum up their works, make them sad. In Logos, I'm hoping for my own deck to be really efficient. And in Saurian, I am looking for ways to do some board and amber control and maybe move amber around and kind of slow steal that way. So should be starting with the Logos here. Ooh. So Captain Cresage is a 6-power cyborg. This is the Evil Twin version. Each creature loses elusive, taunt, poison, and skirmish. That's so interesting. I mean, that really can change the lookup of the board. They lose all those keyword traits. That's fun. Evil Twin of P.I. Sweven, 2-power human scientist. Reap if the tide is high, your opponent discards a random card from their hand. That's not as good as you drawing 3, but it's all right. Mecha Buoy, okay. So at the start of each player's turn, if the tide is high for that player, they gain an amber. Has an amber on it. So nice way to put a little tide pressure on. Austrella Seaboard gives us a free way to raise the tide if we can kill something with it. Got 2 of those, okay. So, and you can imagine you get into a situation where you have the Mecha Buoy, you have these Seaborgs out, and your opponent keeps chaining himself to raise the tide, but you keep raising it for free. That'd be pretty good. Oh, we've got an Edai like that. That's going to be good. Got 2 Edais. Okay. Yeah, let's do that. All right, 2 Edais. And then an information exchange to steal 1 or maybe 2 if the opponent already stole. Got another one of those. Edai is going to give us a way to load up some combo turns too, potentially, which will be good. We've got a phase shift. Like to see that. That gives us some speed. We've got science. Science with phase shift, 2 information exchanges. Yeah, okay. I mean, we could get a little value from the science. I don't like science, but as a card. For the remainder of the turn, after you play another action card, gain 1. If it at least gave you 1 for itself, it would be okay, but it's just such a dud so much of the time. Okay, but through your conjecture, that's going to be good. You either archive the top 2 cards of your deck or play the top card of your deck. If you just played science, you might want to go ahead and do the play the top card and hope you get another action, right? All right. So, okay, that's interesting stuff. Only 1 printed amber in Logos, but we got some steel. Maybe we get some value out of science. So, all right. Let's see what we get in Saurian. We'll start with Sensor Philo. This one has a capture icon on it, and when you play it, you deal 5 damage to a creature with amber on it. Interestingly, if you play this with an empty board, he's going to have to capture one onto himself and then kill himself. So that could be a little rough, but probably that's not going to be the case, right? You're going to be able to hit an opponent's creature, or at least maybe put it on one of your creatures that you don't mind losing so much. Magistra Vita, the evil twin version of this, is play fight instead of play reap. And if you do fight with it instead of reap with it. So yeah, when you play or fight with it, you may exalt a friendly non-Saurian creature, and if you do fight with it. Nothing in the Logos that I'd be excited to do that with yet. We'll see what we get in Unfathomable. Physicus Felix, the evil twin version, is a 5-powered dinosaur philosopher with play fight. If the tide is low, you may exalt a creature. Interesting. Got 2 of those. All right. Skilla, love to see that. This has a capture icon on it as well. And Charybdis is going to come too. If they're both out, then skill is saying after each enemy creature gains Reap, deal 4 damage to this creature, and Charybdis is saying each enemy creature gains before fight, lose 1. That's pretty nice. That's putting serious board pressure here, so I like that. Gladiodontus, wow, just huge board presence here. It's a 15 power. It enters play stunned. It only deals 5 when it fights. But after it fights or reaps, if it's the first time it's been used this turn, you ready and enrage it. Cerarium is an artifact with an amber. It's a location, and it says each creature with the lowest power cannot reap. Okay, interesting. That could hurt our PI Sweven. Oh, interesting too. Captain Cressaves, let's see, elusive taunt, poison, and skirmish. I don't know if there's anything here that we care about that for, right? It's not hurting us, so that's good. Ooh, Altruist Rostrum. It's an artifact that has action, move 1 from a creature to another creature. This one has a capture icon on it. Don't know where those capture icons are going to come from, so I'm looking for some enhancement somewhere along the line here. Carpe Winum is an action. When you play it, you exalt 2 enemy creatures. That would be really nice for the Philo because it means you're really likely to be able to kill an opponent's creature if you get them in the right order. Console premise. Wow, 2 capture icons on this. One came from this. It has enhanced 1 capture, and it has remove an amber from a creature to another creature. That's great, but we still have 4 capture icons outstanding. More questions than it answers on that card. Cornerstone Octavia, action, capture 2. It's a big creature. All right, so that's interesting stuff. I like that. It's funny, so many capture icons landed in Saurian, none of them in Logos. That's kind of funny how that worked out. But only one of them came from Saurian, so that means what are we looking? There's the in Unfathomable. What's the name of the creature? There's the creature that has Reap, exhaust an enemy creature, and it has 2 capture icons on it. I think we're gonna get a couple of those. Ooh, we have Flamegill Enforcer. Um, so this is the evil twin version. So it says after your opponent raises the tide, enrage it, and it has action steal 1. So that enrage it is the same, but if you get to use it, action steal 1 is probably better than action capture 3 most of the time. Yeah, there's the Guilt Spine Netcaster. This has Reap, ready, and use a friendly non-Aquan creature. That's super cool. Instead of exhaust an enemy creature, this is accelerating you. That's cool. I like that. Got 2 of those. We have Wicolia, who's a 3-power beast with Reap, Exalt. Wicolia, keys cost +4 during your opponent's next turn. So it doesn't care about the tide, but it exalts itself, which actually isn't terrible if, depending on how your Saurian board is going. We've got Under Pressure, which says this creature cannot ready. It's an upgrade. That's great to see. I like that. Valucanth, really good. Valucanth. Haha. Really great. 6-power Aquan. While the tide is low, it can't be used. It's an uncommon, but I feel like I just see it so uncommonly. Yeah, fight, reap, exhaust an enemy creature and each of its neighbors. That's good. Good, 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 good. That gives us more of a chance of keeping these things on the board. Call of the Void is an action that exhausts a creature, but if it was already exhausted, destroy it instead, and its controller loses 1. I sometimes forget that last part. That's really nice with Valucanth. Cool. We've got a Hookmaster to potentially make the opponent lose Amber. That's nice. Maelstrom is interesting board control. So we have not seen like a board wipe card yet. Maelstrom is gonna clear the board, but puts each creature on top of its owner's deck in a random order, and you gain 2 chains. My sense is most of the time this deck is going to be fighting to maintain board control, not relying on Maelstrom. Rakuzel's Chant exhausts a creature, but if the tide is high, exhaust each creature instead. Has an amber. It's a great card. We've got Sink or Swim. You choose one. Either you exhaust a creature in each of its neighbors, or you knock a card out of your opponent's hand. Either of those are nice. And got another one of those. So I don't love that, but that's okay. So we've got a bunch of good actions here in Unfathomable. We have couple of actions in Saurian, but not a ton. So good stuff to phase shift with the science, or maybe even hit with theory or conjecture. Um, yeah, we have some good things here. How much raw amber do we have? One, two, three, four. Well, carpet wenham is like 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Maybe we get a couple off the science. 10, 11. This is low. This is going to be low E. That's going to be a little tough. If we can maintain board control, we have good things to do on the board. But if the opponent can keep wiping us, that's going to be tough. Um, I'm going to give this like a 64. Could be higher, but I think it's more like that. So let's see what we got. All right, and the actual answer is pretty close here, 63. So, oops. Yeah, that seems pretty right. Yeah, not very high E, decent amber control, but just not making that much. The creature control is okay. No artifact control. A lot of board presence though. Yeah, and it just seems like I would just say it's not going to generate enough just playing through, and so if you can't maintain board control, you're not going to be able to get much done. But a lot of cool things going on, so seems fun and always nice to see an evil twin deck and the different ways that the creatures behave here. So anyway, that was Evil Twin of Vast Plosagore. Looks like the good twin is not around yet, so maybe someday. Yeah, but anyway, thanks so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed and that you'll get out there and forge some keys.